Good morning, everyone. We are continuing here in the Psukim Bitachon. Today's verse is in Tehillim Lamed Zayin, number 37, verse Lamed Daled 34. Kaveh el Hashem, hope and strive towards Hashem. Ushmor darkai, and keep His way. V'yoromimcha lareshes aretz, and then you will inherit the earth, or He will exalt you. And then you will inherit the earth, bihikares rishoyim tireh, and you'll see the cutting off of the rishoyim of the wicked. A person who is kaveh el Hashem, they are striving and they are hoping towards Hashem, which means that a person is living a life of bitachon in the Rabbi Shalom, trusting in HaKadosh Baruch Hu in everything. What is the result going to be? V'yeramimcha, He is going to lift you up and elevate you. He'll raise you up in this world. Why? Lareshes aretz, to inherit the earth, to inherit the land. Rav Hirsch explains over here what it means is that someone who lives a life of bitachon, somebody who trusts in HaKadosh Baruch Hu for everything that's coming to him, someone who recognizes that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the creator of the world, He's the Manig Ha'olam, He's running the world, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is intimately involved in everything that is going on. He doesn't abandon us. He doesn't leave us for one moment, 1 second in our lives. And a person truly comes to rely upon HaKadosh Baruch Hu for everything that he needs in life, whether it is for their parnasa, their sustenance, whether it's for food on the table, whether it is for their health, for their success, for getting married, for having children, for nachas from children, whatever a person feels that they need, as long as they're kaveh el Hashem, they are hoping and they are striving towards getting closer to Hashem, recognizing every step of the way that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the one that is taking care of all of it, then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will raise them up, l'reshes aretz, to inherit the earth, which means all of their dealings down here in earth, in their human relations, in their activities, in everything that they're involved in, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will make it that they will be able to see the light through everything and know exactly how to maneuver their way through this world. One of the greatest downfalls of mankind is when they look at the earthiness of this world and they allow the world to overcome them and they are not in control of the world. One of the greatest challenges of our generation in a world that is male gashmi, filled with so much gashmius and so much physicality and luxury and earthiness and money and taiva and the like, is that those things tend to unfortunately overrun a person's life and a person loses control in those areas. But someone that is Bitachon b'Hashem, if I truly trust in the Rabbi Shalom, and I realize that it's ultimately Hashem's world, and my job is to fit into the ruts, into the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not to try to squeeze my will into the will of the world and Hashem, so then I look at the whole entire universe, I see what it has physically, what it has to offer, and I realize that everything which is being guided by the Rabbi Shalom is a means in and of itself to be able to connect myself greater to Hashem. I eat not because I want to indulge myself in the pleasures of this world, but rather, if I take something in my hand to eat, I can make a bracha. The blessing itself is a connection, it's a mitzvah connection to Hashem. The food that I'm going to eat is going to give me the energy and the might and the power that my body needs, the nutrients and the vitamins to be able to be strong and to be healthy to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So I've now elevated the physical world into an action that is going to bring me closer to Hashem, not entrench me in the physical world. And so to all of the pleasures and all of the taivas and all of the enjoyments that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given us, He gave us a world that is filled with pleasure. He's given us a world that He wants us to enjoy. But the enjoyment is not for the sake of the pleasure itself, but rather He made it so that we will partake of the physicality and then be able to convert it and turn it back to the Rabbi Shalom. Someone that is Bitachon b'Hashem, they trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu with all their heart, and they realize that everything that's in my life is for me to be able to get closer to the Ribbono Shel Olam, I will not misuse the physical world that I'm a part of. On the other hand, I will use the physical world to bring me closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's why, B'hikaris Rishoyim Tira, you will see the cutting off of the Rishoyim, of the wicked. You will see the foolishness and the fallacy in those people that spend their days and their nights and every moment that they have to themselves, they spend their time just being entrenched and being immersed and thinking how they can make more money and how they could be more involved in the physical world and how they could survey, how they could satisfy their taivas, their desires, and accrue and amass more pleasures for their life. That's not the Beit Cheba Hashem. Those are not the people that trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You trust in Hashem, you walk into a world of spirituality. Somebody who is fully entrenched in this world and they're chasing after every fleeting pleasure that there is, and they want every luxury and every last dollar to add into their bank account, and they want to go on every single vacation across the universe so they can say, I went here, 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 I did all this, I have a bucket list that's so long. Hopefully Hashem will give me enough years to be able to put everything into that bucket that I want. Such a person who's not B'teich Hashem, at the end of the day, their disconnect between their neshama and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is so great that it's really hikaris that cut off from Hashem, unfortunately. But the one who trusts in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, they are the ones that are deeply connected, even in the earthiness, the oretz, the earthiness of this world, even in a place where most of the world is failing at this point, and getting connected to the gashmi, to the physicality, and disconnecting from Hashem. Even there, the B'teich Hashem connects with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He eats, he drinks, he sleeps, he goes on vacation, he exercises, he has comfort that he needs in his life, all for one purpose, because it's mechazik me, it strengthens me to be able to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu with more amunah and more bitachon and more enthusiasm to do the ratzon, to do the will of Hashem. Have a wonderful day.